Hey everybody, Jay Average Vintage Collector here with another video. So today I am going to show a few of my recent pickups, very small pickups, and I was fortunate and lucky enough to get a few different gifts from some great people, a couple in the community and one not in the community, so I will be showing all that stuff today. So first thing I got was from Drew at Clean Cheap Shots. Sent me a pretty generous package, which I will show. And then the second one is from Tony at Tony Talks Cards. Both guys have great channels. I really recommend that if you're not subscribed to them, please subscribe to them. They put out great, amazing content. Tony's doing a lot of like interviews and stuff. Drew put out one not too long ago out of a phone booth, which was pretty entertaining. But both great guys, and honestly, I just can't say thank you enough to those guys. So, Drew, Tony, when you guys watch this, thank you very much for that. The third gift, the last time, I don't know if it was last video, a couple videos ago, I had made a comment that I received an unexpected gift from a coworker, a friend of mine. We are friends. You know, we're coworkers, but we're friends outside of work. He actually brought me in another gift, and it's pretty amazing. I don't know much about it, so I'm going to actually rely on the community maybe. If anyone has any idea about this stuff, I'm all ears and open to, you know, learning more about it, because I really can't find too much about it. So with that being said, I will turn the camera around and show some cards. Okay, so just a few recent purchases, nothing too amazing, nothing too big, but I still think some cool stuff. Well, actually, two of them are pretty amazing, and we're going to start out with those right now. So my first two pickups, these are from Scott at Reindeer Studios. Again, if you don't know his work or his channel, please check him out. I'll put the links to everybody in the description of this video. First one I was able to get was his Ed Matthews. That one came out a couple weeks ago. Jumped right on, got that one. You can see, if you're not familiar with them, that he does hand sign them. They are limited. There are a limited amount of these. I pretty much add these to my collection every chance that I can get. I love the Ed Matthews one. Came out great. And then the second one, this one, I'm just way more than happy with. And again, the artwork, his talent, just amazing. And that's going to be Ted Williams. That was from last week. This is just an amazing card, amazing image. Again, I jumped right on and made sure to snag up one of those, because they are limited quantity. They are not there forever. So, Scott, as always, amazing stuff, amazing work. I'm going to keep collecting these as long as you're making them. So, yeah, really cool. Then I had a couple of eBay purchases, real small purchases. When I was at, when I was at Strongsville, there was a bargain bin. I was down to my last few dollars, and I was just kind of like going through bins, and I came across, it was the 1993 Denny's Grand Slams, and I found a bunch of them in a box, and they're really cool cards. So I went and picked up another one. I think when I was there, I got a Cal Ripken, a couple other guys. If I can get, there we go, there's the hologram. Picked up a Ryan Sandberg. I think these are cool. I'm going to try and get the whole set. They are super affordable, super cheap, and just kind of that different kind of stuff that I like. You know, that smaller subset, 90s nostalgic stuff for me. And then the other one that I picked up online, this, I kind of just fell across these. It's an artist. His name is Edward Vela, V-E-L-E-A. Maybe some of you are familiar with him. I was not familiar with him. And once I saw the one card, I started going down a rabbit hole, and there was just a lot of really cool stuff. But he does custom cards. And what I was able to find was, I was able to find a Boog Powell. And that is a really cool image. That's like a purplish background. I think the color goes great. As you can see, limited edition. He signs the back of them. Similar to Scott. It's just really cool. There were two of these Boogs. I lost out on one, and I was able to get the other one. Really, you know, inexpensive stuff. But again, I usually really try and save every penny that I have, especially for, you know, Strongsville. I know it's a year away. We just got finished with Strongsville, but that's just the way I collect. I buy in bunches, and then go long periods of time without really buying too much. Okay, so the gifts. We'll start with Tony. Tony Talks Cards. Sent me a pretty cool package with some Buffalo Bills players. And you talk about nostalgia. Here's the stuff from the 90s. You got Thurman Thomas. And then the hologram Thurman Thomas. And Tony, I do not have any of those, surprisingly. I don't know how I didn't have those, but I know I had them as a kid, but they must have gotten lost in the shuffle somewhere. Tony also sent Thurman Rookie, which is awesome. Again, I know I had this card, but I do not have that card anymore. So really welcome addition to my collection. He sent me a couple Craig Biggio's, that one, and Craig Biggio's Rookie right here. Awesome. We'll never have too many Craig Biggio's. And then the Rookie Cup Jeff Bagwell. I really love the Rookie Cup cards from every single year. I think that they're great. There's a lot in the vintage world that I believe are, I enjoy those better than the actual rookie cards. Johnny Bench, Pete Rose. I enjoy Boog Powell. I think that those Rookie Cup cards are better than their rookies. So I'm a big fan of the Rookie Cup cards. He also sent this post Boog Powell, which I do not have. So super cool. Very cool. Tony, thank you very much. Awesome guy, awesome channel. Make sure you check it out. All right, second gift that I got was from Drew over at Clean Cheap Shots. So Drew knows that I'm an Astros fan. So he sent me a couple of these Chrome Platinum Anniversary, which I do not have any of these. Let's get another stand here. Do not have any of these. So there's the Jose Abreu. Even though we're still paying a lot of money and he's not on our team anymore, I don't have a card of him, and I really want cards of pretty much every guy that ever wore an Astros uniform, so that fits my collection. And then a really cool one of Jeremy Pena. So I didn't have either one of those. But Drew also knows that I collect, there's two sets I'm trying to build, 73 tops and 80 tops. I'm trying to complete them and move on to earlier vintage sets. So Drew had a ton of 80 tops cards, and he sent me 2 stacks of cards that I needed. He emailed me and asked me, what cards that it was that I needed, that I was missing, and I sent him a list. Man, he totally hooked me up with these cards, and they are in just awesome condition. Just amazing generosity from this community. It always continues to surprise and amaze me. That was one stack, and then here is the other stack, much bigger than the other one. I mean, he really did me a solid here, and I was able to I didn't complete this set, but I am a whole heck of a lot closer. I think I only need about 40 cards left to complete this. I already have the Henderson, so it's not anything that's too crazy to try and get, but it's going to feel good to complete that set, and I will be moving on to hopefully either the 67 or the 60 set. I'm leaning more towards the 67, which actually kind of surprised myself. Also, he sent me an empty pack for the 1980s. That is cool, the wrapper. I do not have one. That's a great addition. Very cool. Drew, thank you very much. Everyone, make sure you check out Clean Cheap Shots. Great channel, great guy. Again, Tony, Drew, I can't thank you guys enough. And then for the final one, this is from a friend of mine at work. So he occasionally, he's already done it once before, given me just some stuff that he collected through the years that he's come across. He's not really a big collector. I think he and his dad collected back in the 70s and 80s. So he usually will give me, not usually, I don't want to say usually, it's only the second time, but his name's Mark. Mark, if you're watching, I know that you watch the channel. One of the few guys that knows that I have one. Really cool. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So here we go. He got me this card. This is, I was able to find it on TCDB. This is a Jamal Johnson from Hamilton Tiger Cats. And it looks like this was like a team issue type card. I have not heard of Jamal Johnson, but cool piece of a cool card to add to my collection. What should I say? Just getting a gift from someone is just places a lot of meaning on it and value on it, and I just can't say thank you enough. So very cool. We'll add that to my football collection. I still do have a small football collection, so that will go with that. And then these are cool because I do not have any of these. Buffalo Bandits. Buffalo may not be a championship town for Sabres or the Bills, but for lacrosse, man, we are kings of the hill. They got a lot of banners, championship banners. I remember in the early 90s when they first came on, 3 consecutive championships. I think that they're on the way to a third one now. If not, they're on their way to a second consecutive. So I didn't even know lacrosse cards really existed, but I'm not really sure where he got these, but he got a couple of lacrosse cards, Bandits cards, which is really cool. So thank you again, Mark, on those. Other kind of things that he threw in, here is an Andy Van Slyke, and this is from the Atlantic edition, which I had never heard of before, and I don't have any cards from the Atlantic division, and I do collect still a bunch of junk wax. I have boxes full of them. I don't plan on getting rid of any of that stuff, so that fits with that part of my collection. Here is a 77 Larry Durker, which I do have, but this one is in actually much better condition than the one that I have in my collection. So, very cool. And then he gave me this one again from 77. Big League Brothers, cool card, multiplayer card, Lee May, Carlos May. Didn't have this card. Very cool. Happy to add that. And then the big thing that he gave me, which again, I don't know much about, so if there's anybody that knows anything about this. So, the Buffalo Braves was Buffalo's NBA team. They moved to Atlanta, I believe, became the Atlanta Hawks. This is a picture, let's see if I can get the whole thing here, of Kenny Charles. That signature is not scanned on there. That is an actual autograph. And Mark told me that he and his dad went to go watch the Buffalo Braves games all the time. And he has a bunch of these. So I'm not really sure who, I know the player is Kenny Charles, but I don't know who did this. But you can see that it is a licensed property of the NBA. Yeah, really interesting piece, really cool piece. That's such a great drawing. But very cool. Very happy to add that into my collection. I don't have anything like that. That is definitely a unique piece in my collection. So if anyone knows anything about the player or about, I know he only played 5 seasons, I believe. But if anybody knows anything about that drawing in particular, I love the old Buffalo Braves logo on there. It's just a piece of Buffalo history, which I definitely enjoy. So, thanks everyone. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Drew. Thanks everybody for watching. Just an average guy showing some average cards. And catch me next week. Next week, I will have my 3rd installment of my Battle of the Bulge series, and we will be covering Hank Thompson. So, see you then. Thank you.